Welcome back to a new video. My name is Frederick, and in this video, I want to break down the three most hyped business models that I probably see out there right now. And I want to break them down into pros and cons, and also try to give you my experiences from running all of them. Because throughout my journey here, the past 2 years, I've tried all of them. And the business models that I talked about was in the title. But just to summarize, it is running an SMMA, an SFCA, and an IPGA. Common for all of them is that they're all agencies, which means that they all deliver a service to a target group of people. And then the main difference is simply just the target group of people and the service itself. So in this video, I just wanted to give you a raw breakdown so that you hopefully can understand the differences between the different models. Because you probably see 10 different people telling you that their exact business model is the golden thing, the next big thing. It is easy to sign clients, autopilot, all of these things. And just wanted to tell you that there is no such thing. And in this video, I will try to, as raw as possible, just break it down so that you can understand the different models and kind of like what model that you should pick. Because everything that really matters is just your current skill set, the things that you are good at, and where you see your agency in 6 months from now. Because that is completely different, probably from where I see mine in 6 months from now. And we as humans are just good and bad at different things. So hopefully you can use this video for something positive, so that you can get some more clarification and kind of like get a more detailed roadmap on where you're actually going and what kind of model you should pick. And don't worry, you're not getting married to one or another. As I said, I've tried them all throughout the past 2 years, and I just wanted to give you a raw breakdown of everything that I know. So let's start with an SMMA. So I started my own SMMA exactly 2 years ago. It was kind of like the business model that I got exposed to and the business model I started running. If you take the words and just like actually say it in a long sentence, it's just a social media marketing agency. And in my opinion, it's kind of the umbrella. If you take an IPGA and then also an SFCA, then they're basically all under the same thing. It is all of the models are working and operating on social media platforms. But SMMA, the thing that is kind of like that people think of SMMA whenever they hear about it, is that mainly it is you running paid ads through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all social media platforms. And then it is typically for physical products. So web shops, drop shipping stores, physical products overall. It can also be some lead generation, whatever. And that is basically SMMA. Typically, the thing is that you come in as an agency, as a growth, not a growth, but like a right hand, because it is cheaper for companies to hire you than a full-time employee to take care of the paid ads. And paid ads is basically just all the sponsored posts that you will start running. So typically these dropshipping stores, web shops, local businesses, they will have a lot of content on their own. They will have people in a sales department. They'll have people taking care of the stock and the supply and everything. So what they need is just a person that can kind of push their products. And then because it's still a very new term to run ads and everything, then you can come in as a right-hand person that is way cheaper than a full-time person and then solve that pain point that the business owners have. So the main thing that you do in an SMMA is basically just provide the paid ads. Then, of course, there are agencies that are evolving themselves and building bigger and better services that maybe use email marketing. They also deliver the content, they record content of the products. And that is basically just an SMMA, using social media to scale physical products. Products you can have in your hand, like these AirPods. That is a physical product. That SMMA, that would be a typical client, like a web shop that sells electronics, for example, that needs more attention towards their products. And that is, in my opinion, an SMMA. And the other two things are kind of weird because it's also SMMA in a sense, because we use social media to create attention and sell products. So I hope you understood like the main thing: SMMA, paid ads for physical products, web shops, and it's kind of the thing that has been around for a long time. So a lot of people say that, oh, it's saturated, a lot of people are doing it. In my opinion, there is no such thing as saturation. If you have a good offer, you will always make money. And if you have a service that solves a problem for your target audience, you will always make money as long as you're just good at communication, good at what you're doing, good at deliverables, and actually keeping the promises that you've told your client, so that you always under promise and over deliver. Okay. So there is no such thing as saturation. If you're watching this video right now because you failed with your agency, because the market is saturated, then I'm going to tell you the hard truth. Then you just weren't good enough. You have to see it as a competition. Become really, really good at the service that you provide. Be relentless with doing the right things every single day, and you will sign clients. It's not a magic pill. All right, little rant there. That is what we like to do when we record these raw videos, you know. But let's dive into SFCA. So throughout my own journey, I started with an SMMA, and then after 6 months, I wasn't that smart at the time. I was just like trying things, and looking back now, I realized that I was simply not just doing enough. I was not getting better. I was not separating myself from the competitors. So I didn't succeed, as you would like to call it, with my SMMA. So what I did is that I changed business model. I noticed that back in the days, 1.5 years ago, Iman Gadzhi, he started popping off with short form content. So all of the reels and TikToks that you see, basically just all head talk videos, lifestyle. When you scroll TikTok and reels, if you do that, don't do it. But basically those videos. And I realized that after running my SMMA, I realized that paid ads was getting kind of expensive to run because a lot of people were running ads, and it's just supply and demand. So basically, the ad costs were raising, but businesses and coaches and consultants and people that were selling stuff, they still needed attention, but they didn't want to pay for the ads, or they were already running ads. So what I realized is that if I just kind of like duplicated Iman's setup with short form content, so getting a lot of clips out there on a lot of different platforms, then I could basically create a ton of attention. So solve my audience's pain point, which was they're not getting enough attention. They don't have enough people to sell to, and then deliver that as a service, which was basically just like content as a backbone of the service, and then pushing it on a lot of different platforms. And then the term was kind of created, an SFCA, a short form content agency, where you deliver the short form videos. So what you do in a short form content agency, it's a very creative role. Basically what you do is that you take care of the entire creative strategy. So let's say that we're working for Iman. Iman is of course selling an educational program. So he wants to portray himself as an expert when it comes to online education. So you would create a ton of videos about Iman. That is why you see all of the podcast of Iman, talking, giving tips and tricks, being an authority, all of these things. And then the agency, me, for example, I didn't have Iman as a client. I just took inspiration from his setup. Then I would send over the creative strategy. The client would just record the content on their own. And then they would send me back the raw content, where I would have a team of freelancers that would edit up all of the videos, and then another team of freelancers that would distribute all of the edited videos onto various different social media platforms. So maybe 2 or 3 TikTok accounts, 2 or 3 Instagram accounts, 2 or 3 YouTube Shorts account. And by having all of these accounts posting the content, it created a ton of traffic. So what we did in every single video was that we told the viewer who watched the video till the end that they should just go follow this main profile. So basically, we took a lot of different accounts, and then we sent all of the traffic back to the client's main funnel, which is where they wanted the attention to be. And that was kind of my road with a short form content agency. It worked really, really well. It was where I kind of had my breakthrough in my agency. I scaled that to more than $25,000 a month. And then I had another vision for the agency. I realized that it was a big headache for me as an agency owner to push that amount of videos, to have that many freelancers, that many contractors. So I realized that the main thing that I still wanted to do was that I wanted to get more responsibility. Instead of working with many clients, I would like to work with a fewer clients and still make the same amount of money. Just a little side note: I still have equity. I'm still a partner in a high-ticket content agency where we only deliver high-quality content. But I'm not that involved. I bring the leads, and I'm involved in the process and all the creative work. But my main time, of course, goes to my coaching program, but also my growth stack agency. And then another buzzword, growth stack agency. That is what I've always called it. A growth stack agency is basically just an agency. So as you can see in all of the word, info product growth agency, IPGA, social media marketing agency, short form content agency. Then what I wanted to do was I wanted to combine everything. So I wanted to combine the content, I wanted to combine the paid ads, I wanted to combine multiple different services. So what I became was not just an agency for one thing, but I became a growth stack partner. I became their right-hand man when it came to growth. So I realized that after doing short form content for all of these coaches and consultants, because it was so easy for them to create a ton of head talk videos, to sit down, record for half an hour, jump on a podcast, you had a ton of content. But what I realized, and the main problem, was that I had no control. I was betting my agency's success on a video going viral, for example, or I couldn't really guarantee stuff. So when the client asked me, like, Fred, what results can we expect? well, you can experience growth, or you can experience content, or you can get more followers. But I didn't have anything where I was like, we can guarantee you X amount of revenue, or we can guarantee you X amount of meetings. So what I did was that I took the knowledge that I had from the SMMA, and then the knowledge that I had from the short form content agency. So now I had the two skills of paid ads and then short form content. And what I did was that I called up my good friend, and now my business partner, Jeppe, my dear friend. And then, because at the time he was scaling in for products with paid ads only, and I was helping in for products with content only. And what we did, oh wow, what we did was that we combined forces. So we took the content side of things that I did, combined it with Jeppe's paid ads, and then we added email marketing, website building, appointment setting, and also in some cases closers, which are basically people taking sales calls. So what we were doing now is that we were taking care of the entire customer journey for our clients. So we realized that a lot of these coaches, they are really, really good at coaching. So mindset coach, they know everything about mindset. They help their clients tremendously with getting a better mindset, a better understanding. But the one thing that they don't know anything about is how to get more clients. So their entire business was built upon referrals, word of mouth, organic traffic. So what Jeb and I kind of did was that we took our knowledge from the paid ads, the short form content, building funnels and websites and setting up email flows, adding in appointment setters that could book continuous appointments. We combined that into one big service, and then we could basically come into any info product coaching, digital product agency. And then what we said was it's just like, hey, we guarantee you meetings, we guarantee you revenue, because all we do is take care of the entire customer journey. We bring you clients on autopilot. And that is the thing that we are running now, and it works better than ever. Not gonna lie, when you combine all services and you find a client that actually has a good product, that is the main thing. I see a ton of people right now with no experiences going out and building courses for people. How can you build a course when you don't know if people want to pay for the course? Okay, very, very important note, because you can run all the traffic in the world, you can post all the short form content videos in the world, but if you are pushing a product or a service that people are not willing and not able to buy, then it doesn't matter. So our first step in any process when we start working with a new client is that we look at their foundations. Are they currently doing a good job with their revenue? Do they have happy clients? Do they have a good foundation? If not, then we don't work with them. So it's very important that the clients that you work with, you can see that, okay, they are actually doing a good job on their own. Imagine if we took our automated machine of generating clients and then just plugged it into their business. That means that there would basically just come more traffic, more eyeballs, more people to a product that is already working. And that is how you make a lot of money as an agency. Because you take something that is already working, you plug your own service into it that generates attention and clients, and then you scale. So Jeppe and I, for example, we have one client who did $90,000 in revenue in the month of December, and we have a 30% profit share. We spend around $6,000 on ads and then around $10,000 on the team, which basically left the profit to around $70,000 or $75,000, where we took 30%. So in just one client, we're making what most people are aiming for to do with their entire business, but we just do it with one client. And that is the most unique thing as of now. I told you that I was going to be a bit biased and be honest about my journey, but what I like about this is that I can come in and I pull all the strings. So if I want more meetings and more revenue, I know exactly what buttons to turn. And I felt left out when I was only running the short form content agency, because there were so many things that were out of my hands. It was like, what if we do this? Or what if, but I just couldn't do it because I was just a content agency. I was just a freelancer, kind of, So I think based on all of this information, it's just all up to you. How do you see your company? What kind of skill sets do you have? If you are a very, very creative person, very strong in content and these things, then you can easily go down the short form content route. Because also my high ticket content agency is also going better than ever, because there's also a lot of people who have the entire client acquisition funnel on point. But what they need is just very, very good content, because they know for a fact that every time they spend money on content, if they can raise the percentage of people that click on the content, then they make more money in the end. And that is where you as a content agency is very, very beneficial. Then, of course, social media marketing agency, if you love scaling e-commerce stores and these things, go down that route. I personally like to scale something that brings immense value to this world. And I know for a fact that if I work with a passionate, very, very well-spoken, a great client who has a great product that helps people, if I bring them clients, then their clients will get amazing results. And in some way, I feel like I'm affecting the world in a way more positive way, because I'm helping more people get the help that they deserve from my client, who then makes more money and then pay me. So I like that philosophy, not gonna lie. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video about the three hottest business models as of now: the IPGA, the Info Product Growth Agency; SMMA, Social Media Marketing Agency; and then, of course, SFCA, a short form content agency. No matter what you do, I wish you all the best. Just make sure to be relentless, do all of the painful and tough tasks every single day, do outreach, become better at sales, stick to your daily routine. You will only grow to the extent that you grow as a person. So make sure to become the person that is worthy of making money. If not, then there's just going to be another person who is way more worthy than you that will make a lot more money. So that is it. Thank you for watching this video. If you want help to start your agency, then just click the link below this video. I guarantee you $5,000 a month with your agency within 180 days. And if you don't make 5K after 180 days, then you get a full refund, and I pay you $5,000 for wasting your time. That is how confident I am in my own coaching program, because I do every single thing on a daily basis. And I'm in the same boat as every single one of my students. We work towards the same goal, and you have to go through an interview if you want to work with us. I can't bet my own money on everyone. I hope you understand. There's a video down below, a free training video that explains more about my coaching and how it maybe can benefit you. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me some feedback, give me some love below, and then I'll just see you in the next one.